So we started an episode, with lifestyle celebrity chats. Now people behind the microphone and the camera, and sometimes we interview amount for interview judges, celebrities but we don't get to know much of them. And by before the best starting, I say coronavirus still inactive. Amount for be now so no NB. And so sorry, could be a normal hand sanitizer. I feel so no wash your hand with running water with soap. Now say be with me, am I a hunina, and I say bit me I active and clean. Na into me enkunyasa yareni bi. So when the senior most Ekourba Gyasi simpremu sana amanfo be na de efeno. Senior memo kwaba.
Bejoso Benji boko de.
Nyame adom boko. Yati o amanfo eti obebre bi radio so ahodo na Ekourba Gyasi ankasa kwa Ekourba Gyasi ne hwan.
Ekourba Gyasi a branch wedding fear aduanan enumu eni na me free Asante Memo Sechedomase.
Asante Sechedomase.
Yeah, Sechedomase district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Na Beshe Suku ase ewo Kumase beto aso wo Ashaiman. In fact, bra me name wofa betna ase bra no medi be 12 years. Until when na meto aso course to aso school so that for secondary school.
And so with that I will not take a car.
Unfortunately, circumstances I didn't call now. It was just Benjamin language.
Oh, okay.
Much. From there on, to also Eco Training College, Eco Training College.
So a teacher by profession.
Teacher by profession.
Okay.
If we all tried there 2 years now with study leaves, so to also call University of Education Winnipeg.
Okay.
In fact, when I started my media career with Campus Radio, Wendy Bay. After that, so just after maybe year school, I had the opportunity to work with GBC, Unique FM. So now we have transition from GAR to Unique. From there, 3 years, my journey Happy FM to Atinka FM to Hot to Top, and then to Atinka Media Village. My worry with 3 kids.
Ekourba Gyasi. You say Ekourba Gyasi. Ekourba Gyasi nankasa yudi yankasa.
Medi yankasa. In fact, made Collins Ekourba Gyasi.
Collins Ekourba Gyasi. Ntina if you know the first time I was in it, I was in here. Collins Ekourba Gyasi. But senior, I never gonna say media job we know. Ejuma bebrebe with me akoye lawyer, with me akoye doctor, anka teacher you kra nanka we with me ache with me ache de kakra fine. Na den mo with me jump so memra me journalist in training.
I think say na ade na wo me mo. Na me pe radio tie.
Okay.
I na me monitor media pa. Then time radio 1, radio 2, later na GBC FM by. Okay. See me pay attention to a lot. Television says na me prepare.
Okay.
It got to a point I say say my TM Crawford for so many free money me feel say it's an opportunity for me to also do same na Crawford team and I so dey me say o me mo no e ma ne padom so nya dey ensank. That was the motivation. Say what people use the media for impact on when you want me so and it says me so person me impact on Crawford maybe media no so better me about okay me develop a passion more until I had opportunity until some call University of Education Campus Radio and but the first year now I'm here interview for new persons first year students fortunately I think I was the only first year student at the time I became second year third years I was elevated as the station manager. And then the final year I was in charge. A boy, because it was a practical ground. And they never be brave. Distance education, radio, radio lectures. Social distance learning by the radio. Originally, University of Education, Winnipeg.
And okay. Meno cases, I also a wife with 3 kids. So, Ejuma, how do you combine your responsibility as a family head plus this job?
Well, I think that when you doors now all domestic responsibilities. So yeah, it's so bra as we can say where the main time and from my bushana. Time was mean from my Jumano. So we schedule who ya and idea adding. For instance, my Jumano predominantly my morning show from time I start here Juma we say now. Into the minimum say I'm a pa free bear 4 we could see bear midday there. I say me dedicate my Ejumano. After midday, make me pay attention to unless the emergency they can come off for more to say anyway. And you more say me special assignments be by bear 4 5 I say me do fear. Yeah. Now me name Colana to interact to me show myself. Exactly.
That is there for us.
Exactly. Say so that apart from radio and domestic, you know, person what when you so. No school same so but you try say you be to make a balance. A Jumano school plus you try say make a balance because ni na so here.
Okay, well adeba ko say maybe nim kra menim say at least Atinka how ba wenya best morning show back if I remember. We share Sisi Jumano why and how many years abasbode do say na wenya wo.
Mayache Manya Basbody be review on my and yet the national community campus groups of persons no way. But the bad national awards there I think that Manya 3 Manya RTP 1 okay. 2 other ones back home was from British Council for organizing something for, and so I had that one. And then another one that was for those on campus radio. Okay. At the time, those who have come out of campus radio and were still working hard. Almost have had a similar one from them. Which nominations they be about from the national ones, the kind of the GJ4, the other ones. Nominations they were about on platforms, and I'm a part of it. Even though I was not singled out, but platforms.
Platform I was
a part of it.
Okay. The empire na ejuma we as a media a very challenging on one. Which me can say I deal with the idea a very difficult part to deal with when it comes to this job.
Dealing with politicians, men can say are difficult, but you should be tactful. Leadership in general. Sometimes no, would I even say politics? Not necessarily, but keeping balance. Most often, Uncle said, and you need to stay in the middle. We better try so watching. We better try so right there. The difficulty always in staying in the middle. No, sometimes one way I'll be him, and I think say no, and I'm up to this point. So makes me stay in the middle all this while. As for the job itself, but we keep encountering new persons, stakeholders every day, every time they appear to be able to stay in the middle, you're biased because we must maintain we say issues bar nekano one here na kokoye dia ma we say no. I think that is the most challenging thing, but because of God, we are able to stay in the middle.
Ekourba Gyasi simple mo na ene no edin komo on our media personality lifestyle. So now one thing I me pese me hu say yenim say a lot of mo amayem penfo na edwan magidin. Do you think say edwuma we the way I state any Ghana media as a whole say what to the western world mabon subu ha nipa no wenyi nimfi no kwa nimpa by still name dey active in the media reportage na there. You think say Ghana edwuma with me aye ache akudu by 57 years 60 years na still what are so medium
many are not casanity, but with the experience of others, no, and the way I mean, even at this stage, no, if you say very denka crab because media no so person we in French and yet that rewarding some of the major no. So person we jina mfimfin na oma nipa 80 no omom enhihye na person the year adwuma person Uma pepe yo eye adwuma na wo de wo listener no objective You know, it doesn't come with a lot of reward financially, even though rewards not by in a form of satisfaction, inner satisfaction. So what to me, I am yes, but not in the financial sense. So it gets to a point that you think, say, say what to me. I mean, life. You need to make life some way, somehow.
Which is a new man.
So you better may not be full time.
So well, this comes to my next question. Say, the media is somehow corrupt when it comes to say, woman news reportage, because it is alleged say some of the media gurus, you know, it's me just to make up stories. Now mushu no etumi I mean said ya ebesi uti nipa na opese they say na Ekourba mbese me mount and pe wukui mesawa kwa can say
yeah thing that make us stay in the middle no is the most challenging thing in our kind of work. So we are ready say as much as for Beji way na ye way we are ready say wo integrity or dignity we be sacrifice on the altar of maybe stipends when we there and the emerge man I am Rama. Men can say a corrupt necessarily. I think say yeah the best we can, even though the brace who almost no and yen send here I mean a reflection of the society as Ghana. Corruption our society. The media is here grow to that extent.
So, go into the entertainment industry. Once say when we are falling out, omanya beef. We start to say we remain. If you are uncle for be no do a child, no start to no more. Only be a falling out that.
Men to me, a be a binima falling out, but maybe a man can say many binima falling out. I can say that many from time to time, when you go through some challenges, some rubble on the wrong side. I mean, but no interest isn't an interest of the job. Near Jumana Kabianka,
relationship.
So, you know, after everything, no, over fan say, oh, it's one of those. But from time to time, yeah, but yeah, she won't be braced. I'm remember yet to say, yeah, time for anyways. Once we move on, we move on. And sometimes, from particular media house now because of the policies around in the media house in the mass once you leave the media house you guys don't have any problem again. Okay. Sometimes conflicts not arising because of the kind of politics power play I mean once you guys are off the place you don't see yourselves as enemy again. How are mobile resolve such issues? Sometimes personality conflicts who is who kind of contest being the person I want to be the topmost person to be recognized there may need that disposition most of the time. But what I wouldn't allow will be just walk over me because you want to go higher, and then I have to make sure I set my right.
Okay, almost say much of time no on the top no, especially the producers and so be say Ekourba producer and as be be a big personality ni producer ni be a moto kurintimi to be but nipa no o produce na ono no feed the person with the information once say media house be or approach nipa na no kwa na media house na be the top line and o man ka o man fee any idea by producer no once say ebu hokwa na dan come high kwa no kwa na aye issue the welfare being of nkofo a omu edu echi anase obi a o produce show do take into consideration so we move.
Yeah, I think it depending on contractor company now no more almost obi o kra na o interested on not even the producer. So obi so how are you interested in Multimedia, but also sign different contracts with Multimedia. Because Ohubako replaceable and Ohubako less replaceable. Men can say it's the finest thing to do, but they see it's a normal. And usually what I encourage my producers to do is baby how do you expect us to do it. Oh, but let's go together. However, nipa no so person of fire no person treat it as individual contract, because obi any remuneration and any condition of service no should not be known to the other. So go bargain. Oh, here I also go bargain, and then we carry it from there. Most often than not, they have been okay with the kind of contract most of the time they have been okay, and it's a reason that they will join. He may not be too interested in yes. Producers may not be too interested in cars because they are not the visible persons.
People normally see them.
Maybe different thing instead because me the home. Me a producer, me presenter, or appear na manfo. He needs to be branded. Yes, so sometimes necessarily because you share presenter and be brave, but prioritization, priority. Presenter if he said, let me keep myself in this way, that way, so he will invest more of the resources in that kind of thing. Okay. Sometimes we're bread, but he wants to appear. Yeah, it happens. It has happened to me before, previously. Some of them, but the producer, if he said, "Me conquer talk anyway," say, "Abra, me wanna be home cry say any day anyway." So it's a matter of priority and where we put our resources that matters. But most of the time, I encourage my producers to sign contracts. I'm also okay with the new employer of fire.
Then fee Adom FM.
Oh, Adom, I think I worked there for 3 years, and after 3 years, there were a few things that had started popping up. It had to do with, let's rest you here, let somebody do that here for some time, and let's see what happens here. Say, an issue of performance, I wouldn't have been worried. Because the good thing about multimedia is that indicators that they share how performances.
The most popular one is the tracker.
The tracker.
Yeah.
So you see that when you join, the tracker was here. Now you put the tracker there. Everything is resonating very beautifully and all that. Then your friend, and this uncle, and can't show us because of performance, you say, but you pursue be count home. As a only
host and
no co-hosting. You host only a gap. And you say, as me see a banner or buy young kind for some time. They will say, no, sometimes the sincerity behind it also makes a lot of value. I mean, if you don't see that clearly, this makes some kind of sense. It makes a lot of explains the position better. Then you wouldn't want to even be associated with people who are in the helm of affairs.
Okay.
So in my case, I left Adom because I thought the decision was insincere as far as I'm concerned. I think that not been fair to me. And the good thing was that at any time I had a lot of media houses who wanted my services anyway. So once that happened, I thought my passion was to sit on the morning. After all, I have another opportunity.
So why not? Yeah. Don't you think now based on the things after 3 years, what they expect of you, and the new face, but women's firm and bold enough to tell you.
Well, they should be bold and firm to tell, because some they were firm and bold to tell whoever was there. So these are the reasons why. They asked me and they told me to. These are the reasons why. Now, and America said the indicators for me and limited to one person. But as far as multimedia, for instance, is concerned, I mean they will use the tracker to evaluate you. If there are other things they needed to comment on, they will tell you. But that wasn't the communication. That was
wow. So you see,
and you can still go back and say whether it was indeed, because then we should see afterwards things should have been bettered
than
it used to be. But you can find out whether it was the case. So that's it.
Wow. So far, Happy FM, Adom, Hot FM, Top FM, and Atinka Media Village. Say we a player. I'm gonna say what is your best season ever? And as I work at all these 4 or 5 media houses I was working on. do things say a him now. Say I mean this place a place say me feel in fact I regret say me feel.
Well, the good thing is that I don't regret anything that has happened to me. I always see this as an opportunity to move on. So unless I say which of them I enjoy staying better. I think more Atinka Media Village. And the good thing is that we'll have a different perception. But I have never regretted any movement that I've done.
Okay.
I mean, internally, in terms of inner satisfaction. Say, me lose even resource, and I say, I can say platform. Something compensates for it. Either Sisika compensated for it, and I'm assuming you ever compensated for it. And I always do the balancing act. Say, me will have seen I say, obviously, be let me free her. Sometimes some inner satisfaction, the inner peace be, yeah, me free home. And no, it's a passage there, not near there. The number of fans, the popularity, maybe you may be enjoying it. You know, me, I've never regretted anywhere that I've been, and I always enjoy my last place that I am. Yeah. Maybe I will be, I enjoy it.
Okay.
So I don't regret whilst I'm there, honestly speaking.
Do you think that Ekourba Gyasi is still popular?
Yes, I think Ekourba Gyasi is still popular. I still think.
Like the way I first now man full name Ekourba. Morning show for no. What is the competition? I guess yes, mama if I can take the lead no. And now what's na platform so no and for no moment competition.
Well, meaning why people will draw that conclusion. He's been there for a longer time, and he's kept the same platform. I think it's an added advantage. Beyond that, it's also good. I won't take that from him. He has the talent. And once talent and experience and longevity combines, I mean, listenership is cumulative. Once you are there, and you add on, and add on. I really don't think any of the platforms know any that long-standing personality on their platforms for that period. Some of them are channel. So once listenership, like I said, is cumulative, once platforms keep changing personalities, obviously you come and build your new way, and then subsequently you are changed. I mean, listeners will also shift and all that. Yeah, but I will not take from him that he's also a very, is one of the best morning show presenters, they will say. Platform is also important. Platform awards also account. So some of the platforms, you don't need a lot of effort. You need to make the effort, but not extraordinary. So already there's the cumulative numbers are ready for you, so that also works. But as to say, be a giant for non-performance, I really don't think so. I think that Kwame has a lot of advantages beyond. He's the long-standing, longest morning show presenter, if I can say, who's been on a platform for very long time. So obviously those advantages will accrue to him.
Because our award no wajia wa brain ja feel was me movie and family be. Nankai for them play. Well, because you know say the moment you be nimu no obe win it.
Well, awards are not necessarily reflective of performance. I wouldn't say not all awards are reflective of performance. Sometimes the perception is also one of them. Yeah, especially the features say people will not do the empirical analysis of who the best is necessarily. It's on the popularity rating and all that. So once there's a popularity rating, maybe the real indicators of who or what real performance on a morning show is in terms of segmentation, the interviewing and all that, those things may not even count in some of the awards anyway. Yeah, but of course popularity also can't be. Once you command the numbers by extension, it is because you are good. That is why you have the numbers. So so be it. And be across too interested in some you kind of say awards, and then you be interested in award. When it comes, that is fine. But if it doesn't, it's not everything that you do that will accrue award. Now will make you popular, so you win award out of it. I mean, our society will not necessarily always like what some people will stand for, and therefore go vote for the person abroad or votes. So you may not necessarily extend it by that. I mean, especially if you are that critical of society, critical of vices in society, and they can by extension, you may not necessarily be the popular person, even though you may be doing the right things.
Mamina, fancy one, and say, Mona, more politicians, money or more age my honey hand. Ghanaians think, say, morning show hosts. Multimedia in keep the leaders on their tool. When it comes to say, I was say Adiboha, what they think say the same politicians now, discussions we still do day in, day out. Can say in other programs, said like sports, the sports people they will not invite the sports minister to their studio to come and discuss any issue. But when they see said this is what we think, say and bit my best, they will go on air and say it, do their investigation on it. But as I would the more politicians, so you might say, or more year crown, more you money everything.
It didn't take a sports journalist to change the status quo in Ghana. So,
yeah.
Did you consider a investigative journalist? Okay. On your sports journalist.
Okay.
So I say, the old kind may not be wholly true.
Okay.
And I make us a society, is such that sometimes won't mean your corruption we say influence. But there are some other persons who are better than so
okay.
A beer anka de and a crown and anka never even worse. Major to say yes. You move a to compromise here with a politician, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, I think say yeah famous also there. There are a lot of Nema assistant because media morning show for business also pushy a chedia, but with time
which is like ambulance near the one
right to information act was there. Your friend is saying a lot of media legislation is up so anyways you push it some of them almost changes and immediately and I say sometimes and you're too visible but I still think that you're too animal and come home that's a memoir and can be crank and are you worse than it is you crank are you worse than
so if you have an opportunity to change things in the media industry what would be your contribution?
If there's it's about the mindset of media journalists generally, media practitioners generally. We should be looking at the objective position of what we do. I would have wished that we become more nationalistic than being personal with what we do. I think gradually, not just the media, but Ghana generally is becoming more personal. Personal aggrandizement, like wealth creation, blah blah. I don't know a D anymore kind of thing. I don't know. If there's a way I can change how it is, I think that we should be more patriotic and more nationalistic in what we do than sending a TSC. But that would depend on the support also one from even the owners of the institutions, companies, and organizations, because most of people know a best start here your name because a comedy will be on here which but I really wish that they are more patriotic than and nationalistic than we are now.
After Sebibia media Juma again Ekourba Gyasi be who beside apart from CBS or Kwejuma so in journalism apart from a dim bimna Ekourba won't be like a year will be out tire.
Well, I listen to a lot of music.
It's the music man.
I watch television and the media. I watch the media well, and there were more times as well. I go to play some football with some friends.
No, we are active football. senior me say and when you brena only share your experience or your media skill, because I think say this is the first episode I'm trying to do, because the people behind the microphone, behind the camera now, or more interview, we don't get to know them much more. Said ya or more amount for now. When and where any opportunity will come again, to know more about the media, the personalities, or more any idea. But before humanity,
yes, comparatively, relatively, what did you to Ghana? Yeah, and now betting I can see it here and I see it here. So we share more other sectors now. They compare media now. Relatively, it's okay. Even though there's more room for improvement, it can be bettered.
Okay, so that's it.
That's it.